With every new generation of smartphones, there's someone that goes, I'm going to replace my real camera with my smartphone, or this smartphone's camera is better than my real camera. And personally, no matter how good smartphone cameras get, they won't be replacing my real camera, and I'm going to tell you why. I want to clarify, throughout this video when I say phone, I'm referring to the camera on my smartphone. If I say true camera, real camera, or just camera, I'm referring to a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So keep that in mind so it doesn't get confusing. So with me today, the only camera I brought, other than the one using to film this video, is my iPhone 15 Pro, not the Max, so it's got the 77mm telephoto lens. I'm going to be going around my neighborhood and shooting some photography and doing a little photo walk with it as I explain to you why I don't think a phone camera will replace a real camera. The second reason a phone isn't replacing a real camera for me is image quality. While phones' images have gotten much better, the image quality just doesn't compare to that of a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. Having a larger sensor and good glass really makes a huge difference in how the image is going to look. While phones do a lot of trickery and processing to make that image look better, it doesn't quite compare to the image of a real camera still. And for that reason, I can't see myself switching. I'm never quite satisfied with the photos I take on my phone. Sure, I can make them work, but they never make me truly happy. Alright, so I'm finished up shooting in the park. We're gonna head to the streets of Brooklyn and see how the phone does in a more street photography style setting. And the last reason I won't be switching away from a real camera anytime soon is control over your image. Phones have less control over your images than real cameras do. For example, your exposure settings. Most camera apps don't have built-in manual controls. So if you want to stop things like motion blurs or you want to create long exposures, you have to use a third-party app, and those can be limited. On iPhone, the third-party apps are limited to 12 megapixels when your camera can take up to 48 megapixels. It's just not a smooth and intuitive process to use manual controls on a phone over a real camera. Sure, there are workarounds for things like depth of field and long exposures, but those don't look as good as if you were to shoot them with a real camera. As a photographer or videographer, control over your image is the most important thing you can have. If you don't have control of your image, you're not going to get the same quality results. Now before we wrap up, I do want to state, your phone is still a great tool and you can get some great image quality out of it, both with photos and videos. I've used my phone professionally for video work and photo work, and I've gotten great results. Phones are a great tool for beginners to get started and learn the ropes before shelling out money for a more expensive camera. You can still get great images and videos off your phone. It just may not look as good as a real camera, so it won't be replacing one for me anytime soon. For now, take whatever you have, your phone, your camera, and go out and shoot some photos and enjoy. Thanks for watching.